How have you been? You good?
Yeah, pretty good. We have to kind of make this. I need you to start cooking because I got so much on my plate.
Okay.
So, penal code shit, new legislation. DOJ has gone MIA again since the governor meeting. It's
Shock.
yeah.
I thought I'd let you know. Probably about half an hour ago now, I got shot by a cop.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you were shot by a cop?
I was shot by a cop. So I
By
explained to you
who?
Officer Slaughter.
Slaughter?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I haven't really seen the guy too much. Apparently, he
Whole
was.
Slaughter?
Yeah, that's the one. Hold on, D's calling me 2 seconds. You know. Hey, D. Yeah. Yeah, just message me both your state IDs, and I'm pretty good at writing up contracts, so I'll get something written up for you, mate. Alright, nice one. In a bit, right.
What?
So, long story short, I was taken hostage for a jewelry store, kind of the norm for me, right? I get taken hostage quite a bit. Officer pulled up. I was kind of sort of just doing my own
This
thing.
is pissing me off.
Chilling there.
Chris, you're a good marshal.
And,
why are you making these statements in here?
Happened as normal. The officer asked for me to step out, and then he said, "Okay, sir, I'm going to be placing you in cuffs." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm placing you in cuffs." I was like, "Well, why?" And he said, "Well, because I don't know how involved you were with the scene, whether you have any things on you." I was like, I've been hostage like 1,000,001 times in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's not wrong, but neither is Moose.
Okay. I'm placing you in cuffs. I'm like, well, that's not happening. Fuck off. So I started walking off. And he said, "Excuse me, sir, you're being detained, you're being detained." And I was like, all right, I stopped and turned round. And then we had a bit of a back and forth, and it eventually came to, okay, I'm happy for you to search and put me in cuffs, but I want to speak to another officer about this. So you can search, you can search and put me in cuffs, but only take me down to MLPD. I think his whole the whole way he handled the situation was really poor.
Slaughter.
Slaughter, yeah.
So he shot you. Then he put you in cuffs and searched you?
So no, I agreed for myself to be searched.
Never agreed to that.
Well, I agreed to it purely because
but
I
never,
wanted to speak to
I'm telling
officer.
you, never, ever agree to that.
Well, he wanted to search me, and I was like, what could I do? I couldn't go anywhere. So I said, I want to speak to another officer.
Brother.
No other officers that were willing to come down. So
Junior. He's not, I'm confused. Like, I don't want to get too much on this, right? But I'm saying, like, you don't have, like, they don't have any right to search you. You shouldn't feel like, did you do it because, like, what are you going to do? Like, did you think you were going to get arrested otherwise?
Yeah, you said, oh, this is a lawful order.
What?
Yeah.
To get you searched?
Yes. As a hostage.
Oh, for a bank?
No, yeah, for a jewelry store, yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So I was like, well, he handled this.
Wait, before or after you got shot?
So he shot me whilst he was attempting to search me, and he had his gun out and just misfired, he said. So I spoke to D about it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, D handled the situation really well when I spoke to him about it.
Yeah.
And it was just really crappy from the cop, I'll be honest. Like, he even tried to offer me, "Oh, do you want an IFAC, do you want this or that?" And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that, because you're trying to cover your tracks, right?
Yeah.
So the guy was just, yeah.
Gonna run across and come right back.
All right.
Yeah, the cop can search him Yeah, exactly. When you start getting the full story, it's not that bad.
It reeks.
What are you doing back in town, huh? Chilling. You coming to the event later?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good to hear.
Out in the street performing there as well.
Yeah, no, Johnny's performing back. Big
Johnny's performing.
Yeah, back him down to the court center, bro.
Not again.
5 bags, bro. 5 bags.
Yeah, right. I got a dash. I got to catch up with Nino, but I'll catch you boys at the event.
In a bit, bro.
I gotta talk to
All
you
right.
later, but let me know when you're free.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so you got taken hostage in a jewelry store. After you were taken hostage, the cop wanted to search you. He told you he had to put you in cuffs, which he did not need to do. That's
not procedure, right? I've been taken off a million and one times. I've never been put.
There's
in
no
cuffs,
reason
so I said no.
to put you in cuffs because that's a violation of your rights. You're not being arrested. There's no reason to believe that you're gonna flee. So he puts you in cuffs. You get searched. The searching he can.
No, I
do?
didn't. I didn't get put in cuffs. I refused. I refused to be. I refused to be put in cuffs. And then we basically had a Karen back and forth, and I said, okay, I'm willing to be put in cuffs and searched if you take me down to PD, and so I can speak to another officer about how you performed. And he said, oh well, all other officers are busy at the moment. And I'm like, I'll wait there.
How does he know that?
You tell me. I literally 911'd it and said, any officers free, I've just been shot, and then D pulled up. Because I called D and said, this guy's been a dickhead, he needs sorting out.
So did you end up getting put in cuffs or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So, but he did search you.
No, he didn't, because when he went to search me, he shot me.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then I 911'd it. I said, is there any officers free? I've just been shot. Didn't say it was by a cop. And then I didn't get a response for a while, so I called up D and went, any chance you can come down?
Wait,
mate?
he shot you. Wait, hold on. He shot you, and then what?
He just sort of like just stood there, just awkwardly, bro. He said, well, do you want an IFAC? And I'm like, not really, mate. You just shot me. Like, I kind of want to sue your ass.
Did EMS come?
No, he didn't call EMS. You should probably speak to D and Opal about it, because they're probably getting more of the full picture of the officer too.
One of your dumb fuck cops shot one of my cabinet members, didn't call EMS, and I doubt any of it's documented.
The documented. I had to call another officer to document.
When did this happen?
When did it happen, Junior?
I got shot.
I did see Junior's 911. We're in the middle of a shootout.
I see.
D, I'll be honest, got big gold stars because he actually fixed it.
D wrote it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Me and D were laughing about it.
With progress, D wrote it down. D! I got the mayor up my ass right now about a situation where somebody in his cabinet got shot.
By a cop.
By a cop! The mayor's up my ass right now. The marshals are finger popping my mouth. Okay. All right, I'll deal with it, Nino.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Actually, yeah. Okay. So. So he shot you. He didn't call EMS, and then D came like afterwards. Like how afterwards did he come?
I 911'd it, and I had no response for a while.
Yeah.
And then I literally called up D and said, "Mate, I've just been shot by a cop. Any chance you can come down and handle the situation?"
Oh, they turned it turned into a shootout afterwards.
That I think was the reason why it all, you know, why there wasn't many officers free, because there was a shootout going on, right?
But that doesn't explain the EMS pod.
I mean, he offered me an IFAC to cover up his tracks, but like, he didn't even say, "Do you require medical?" He just offered me an IFAC.
Oh my god. Go to the hospital and get a medical report.
I have done. They already took me to the hospital and they're getting me a medical report.
I'm more annoyed that he didn't call EMS and didn't document it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
You should probably speak. D will probably have more of a full picture and like all the aftermath with it, right?
Yeah, but
it's just like
that's
policing
but the thing is,
again,
it's good that we did that, but this to me is a Peters and Turner thing. Because think about it, like, it's not our job to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there are the highest valued civilians in the city are your mayors and their cabinet. Like,
I just the whole situation was just a bit grim. I'll be honest. Like, the guy's attitude just completely stunk.
If a cabinet cannot be protected, then what civilians do the PD protect, right? I will say that Peters at least is not. Peters and D at least are doing it right. And that's a good thing, right? But I'm going to treat this with the, highest seriousness. Because I once again say what a police force is serving and protecting, and if they're not protecting and are a fucking elected members of cabinet, then what is their purpose?
Yeah,
because you could make the argument about this guy's a criminal, that guy's a criminal, whatever. These are elected officials that need to be clean, need to have a need to be civilians to even be able to work. You know what I mean?
The guy treated me like I had a record, and he treated me like I was a criminal. Like, I worked my fucking ass off every day trying to help people.
Okay.
The cop.
Okay.
And it's
so
like,
we want him fired then.
I back
he needs to be
the
fired.
PD. I back up the PD all the time. Anytime anyone gives them shit, my personal perception.
No.
They're here to do a job, same as me and you, right?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, they make mistakes, same as me and you, but obviously they get a lot more scrutiny from it because
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who this is. Who is this guy? 2785. This guy's been around for a minute. Cole Slaughter. PPO. Who the fuck? Let me see. Do I? Oh, I don't have. Do I not have D's number?
I can throw it your way.
Opal's got it too.
Yeah, Opal. I'm assuming Opal's on it. Yeah.
Mr. Mayor.
Hey, are you a D? Can I chat with you and D if you don't mind? Down in Grape Seed
Docks.
Docks.
The junior thing.
Yeah. I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, I know. We're currently chasing it up. I'm pissed as well. I'm just waiting for Maxwell to finish processing before we pull her in.
Is this guy just like? Is he?
I don't want to really discuss over the phone.
Okay,
we've
understood.
been discussing wiretapping and shit. I don't want people to wiretap us.
What?
We'll come up
Oh,
to your
no.
building. We'll come up to your building the second Maxwell is done
Okay.
processing, and we can talk about it.
Okay, I'll text her. Hurry the fuck up.
No, that's actually like a huge scene. So.
Hurry
She'll hurry up.
the
She'll hurry
fuck
up.
up.
Okay.
The fuck up. Okay, I texted her that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Anytime.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.
Like, both me and Nino how shit the cops can be, right? And like, especially of late, I've noticed the cops. Like, I literally made a complaint the other day to cops who literally just fucking speed around the place, like without any lights on or anything. And I'm like, if you're pulling people over for fucking running red, fucking speeding and all that, don't go do it yourself. That's double standards. And I literally made a complaint about it. And it's just like, oh,
she's gonna be so pissed.
These lot are
It's
just
great.
like. I get why you get so. I don't really see it as much as you do, right? But I get why you get so frustrated by them, because that guy was the definition of a fucking dumb fuck.
D, Opal, and Maxwell are gonna make their way up in a little bit.
Okay. Purely for D, is saying I should give the PD full access to my medical reports. Should I do that? For this, for this situation, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the problem where the problem with the police department is we have actors within the PD that are not willing to take. This is why I appreciate the LSPD, and I'm so glad people. Give me a second. I got to think about something real quick. Chat, we made PD better by putting Turner and all these other folks in place because they role play cops. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is because, like, at the end of the day, this isn't that big of a deal, but it's being role played out and not power gamed. And I think that's kind of the has been the issue stemming back even 9 months ago. Power gaming out of responsibility, hiding evidence. No accountability. Let's go. I don't know. LSPD's in a good place, I think. Yeah, because things like excessive force, things like shooting people when you shouldn't, all these things is part of the role play. You know what makes the RP good? Is nobody skips it. And it's RP'd out. The moment you skip the RP, when there's like another player who's like the victim. Sorry about that. I was just thinking about how things are in a good spot.
Can you do me a massive favor, please? And I don't really say this lightly. Can you check your emails real quick, please? I think it's important you know that as well before we go into this situation.
No, that's fine. Here's the thing, Junior, right?
I'll be honest, I spoke to D about it, and I said, like,
No,
I don't want to fuck the guy over.
no. Listen. I'm going to tell you the difference between what's happening with the LSPD versus other people where the same thing has happened. I was shot by Frost. He is doing gun retraining. He had to apologize, report on it, and it got handled within 48 hours. Same thing's happening with you. If it had to do with that other dog shit fucking department of lack of accountability, hide evidence, lie in the face of truth, you would not get any redemption.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what makes me glad that so many people hate me, hate us, hate the LSPD. Because it really tells me we've been doing something right. At the end of the day, look, what this guy did, whatever, it'll be handled. And it'll be probably handled in the next couple hours, and then everyone gets to move on.
All right, appreciate it.
So.
other than all this fucking mess, you having a good day?
I don't feel emotion anymore. No. Oh, see, who gives a fuck? I am not big of a deal. Obviously, the characters are gonna be pissed, but
Gentlemen. Hey, don't mind us. We're just me and another marshal are just going to be scuba squatting around the Alamo Sea. So didn't want to scare you guys or alarm you guys. So just want to give you the heads up.
No problem.
is that who? Hey, is this Chris?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? And I don't want you to take it personally, because I think you're a good marshal. I genuinely do. So don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I hope.
Oh, absolutely. Shoot.
What I'm about to say, you take this in as like my attempt to be providing constructive feedback rather than being a dick about it. Are these your words in the impeachment of Moose Knuckles?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I want to believe that the marshals want to be and should represent the highest quality of law enforcement in San Andreas. And I genuinely believe that you guys are headed in that direction. Folks like yourself, folks like Barrett, and others that you've hired on recently. And I think that's a good thing. It's a healthy thing. Keep everybody accountable. However, in order to get that level of prestige, it means you have to keep yourselves accountable and adherent to the Constitution. Because if you're not protecting it, who will? Right? Obviously, folks like myself, Princess, etc., can in some form, right? Through like our own avenues that we've got. But y'all genuinely are the closest thing to like the highest form of protection, right? If a justice or whatever does something out of line, you can go after them. And so the reason why I highlight that is it's very concerning to me, that second sentence, paragraph in the summary. Once again, I'm not trying to dog at you. I'm hoping you, if you disagree with me, that's fine. But I hope you take this as constructive feedback. Is in this opening, it doesn't put you in a good position. And I'm going to highlight the sentence here. It states, instead of cooperating in good faith with law enforcement, Moose Knuckles and his legal counsel went on the immediate defense. It was explained to him that he was not detained or being charged with anything, and the officers were simply wanting to ask him questions surrounding the incident. Instead of keeping a cool head and allowing officers to conduct their questioning, the problem that I have with that paragraph here, and you want to be careful with this, right? That entire paragraph, if it was your personal feelings, that is reasonable, right? Why is someone not cooperating with the law, right? Especially somebody in government. But the fact of the matter is that as a law enforcement officer, the moment you Moose Knuckles is inherently detained. He is detained due to your presence. He is detained because he is he's not legally detained, right? But he is, given where the location is, who's asking him questions, there can be the feeling of detainment, which is very important. But more importantly, given that he is a particular subject of an investigation, he is well within his rights to have an attorney, not answer any questions. He doesn't know what you know. And the issue with the paragraph is that it's effectively inferring that government officials must answer questions in quote unquote good faith if law enforcement simply asks. And it's inferring that the right, like his rights, like, hold on, let me reference, because I was going to say, for like, obviously we don't have like the First Amendment here, that his right to, like effectively his San Andreas First Amendment right isn't applicable. You know what I mean? Or his right, or his, you know, right to an attorney, or his Fifth Amendment, you know, isn't applicable. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, totally.
So I want you to, like, and that's why I'm highlighting it, because it kind of annoyed me, I'm going to be honest. But I know, Chris, you've done good work, and I don't think it was intentional. And I hope when you read that and you hear kind of where I'm coming from, you kind of take that into consideration kind of going forward, is that even if someone is meant to be, like Junior here sees a crime, I would want him working with you guys, right? I want him to be honest with you guys. But at the same time, he has the right to... Sorry, 1 second. Hey, Opal.
Hey, we're here.
At the end of the pier.
Okay, yeah, we're coming.
All right, see you in a sec. Is that it's very... fuck what I think, Chris. I want you to think about what others see when they read that docket post. The inference that marshals are saying that if they got questions in regards to something, they got to be completely honest, and fuck their right to, you know, remain silent. You know what I mean?
Right. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could have worded it differently, and I was also, again, like, these are my own words, but this was part of many discussions with several other people as well. So, you know, and of course, context is key to everything too.
True.
It was if you're it was a rough interrogation. I mean,
Hello?
Hey.
Are we interrupting, or we could talk later?
It's fine. We're almost done here. I think the thing is, Chris, like, you don't.
I see what you're saying though.
I want you to imagine you got Justice Nino Chavez sitting over this case, and if that's the first thing I read, can you give us just like 2 minutes, guys? Yep.
Yo, Opal, the contract that they asked me to send you.
Opal, just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're almost done.
I just got that. I'm gonna subpoena the records. Thank you.
Because I want you to succeed here, Chris. I really do. If I was Justice Chavez, right now, everyone's a little lucky that, just quite frankly, some of the judges and justices don't know what the fuck they're doing. If I read that as a justice, as a judge, the first thing that I would question, because it's in the opening statement, right? Your opening statement is law enforcement forcing people to speak in detainment? Do you know what I mean? And I may throw the case out. You know what I mean? Is that making sense, what I'm trying to say?
Right.
It's like, because
totally.
it's like, are they coercing people to speak, right? And don't get me wrong, Moose can be fiery, right? But you got to be above that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I probably could have done a better job explaining it in that sense, but you know, fact of the matter is, you know, we did ask him to come down for questions for some questions pertaining to an investigation.
Yeah.
And you know,
and then he was just being
agreed.
a shitlord.
Yeah. It's the minute I when I tell you, when we got him down there, like immediate, like because I think Tony was down there as well. Like we didn't even get to ask any questions. It was like immediate defensive.
Here's what I would have said, because keep in mind, he's a lawyer. He's defending himself. He knows he just got subpoenaed. He's on the back foot. He has those rights. Here's what I would have wrote in here. On March 19, 2025, Moose Knuckles was asked to voluntarily come down to explain some of the incidents. However, instead of being cooperative, he got extremely combative and refused to reasonably work with the marshals. And the reason you want to leave it at that is now you've effectively given Moose Knuckles an entire narrative, whereas with a line simple like that, you have better optics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas the way, like I said, this paragraph is written, it's almost like you're expecting him to just freely give you information and waive his, right to remain silent. But this isn't a big deal. I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on it. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate it. I really do. I am not above being. I'm not above taking advice.
Hell yeah.
And learning.
Hell yeah.
I ain't finding shit out here.
All right.
Yeah,
easy.
I figured that would be the case. But yeah, no hard feelings. Like I said, I welcome it.
Oh yeah.
It's the only way to improve and become better. And it's communicating, working with people. And I appreciate you and your approach. So,
hell yeah. All right. Well,
but like I said, the whole situation, like I don't have anything against Moose. And I mean, it's coming back to me, several things.
There's a lot of
saying about me, like it's personal or high class. I really don't. I like him as a person.
I know you're just doing your job, which is what I appreciate about you. So, all right.
And I mean, I'd walk up to him and tell him that too.
Oh my God! I just realized they probably think the marshals are here for him.
Some people in the city just
everything's personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, I trust me. I know it's it makes it tough. All right. Well, I'm sorry for stopping you guys in between whatever you guys are doing.
Nah, you good, man. I just wanted to give you all the heads up and say, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. No, you're good.
All right. You guys take care.
Yep. Take care, Mr. Mayor.
Take care. All right. Can you calm down?
Yeah.
I just realized they probably think the marshals are here for them.
Love seeing the scuba kit.
good. All good.
Just so you're aware, the marshals weren't here for this situation. Yeah. Yeah, they're like diving or some shit, so I wanted to chat with them about something. All right. So, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys for taking these matters like professionally. I just got done telling Junior that if this had to do with a deputy, it would be 2 weeks. There'd probably be no report on it. Evidence would have been covered up, and Junior would be a target for them. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really give a fuck anymore. I mean, I'm sorry, Junior, but you know, I think I do give a fuck. I'm sorry. That's not what I'm trying to say. Junior, explain yourself.
Explain myself?
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah. What happened, Junior?
So I was taken hostage from Senior Buns, kind of the norm, right? You know, with me being one of the few civilians left in town, kind of a little bit used to it. From there, went to the jewelry store. I was I'd already been taken hostage earlier that day, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I've kind of become a little bit numb to be taken hostage. So people waving around guns in my face, although it is a little bit scary, it's kind of the norm, right? So I was just, you know, kind of dancing there, just sort of like, I wouldn't say vibing out, but just getting my day started because I'd only just woken up. And then the slaughter came in, and he said, I could kind of tell he was a bit of a... I used the word jobs worth when I spoke to D about it. I think, if I'm being honest, it's probably a bit harsh.
May I TLDR it?
What?
Yeah, go on, TLDR it, TLDR it.
Junior was taken hostage at a jewelry store. Afterwards, Slaughter took him. You know, did his normal like search, make sure there's no loot on him. He kept trying to throw Junior into cuffs instead of just searching him. Turned into a back and forth. And Junior eventually said, look, just fucking search me. And Slaughter then goes ahead and shoots him. Probably was a unintentional discharge from the way that Junior's explaining it. But after Junior was now shot, instead of calling EMS or whatever, he tried covering it up, tried to give him an IFAC, tried to play it down, eventually causing Junior to have to 911 it to get another officer down to take care of the situation. Obviously, unintentional discharge. It is what it is. The guy's a PPO, blah, 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 blah. Concern is more the cover up and hiding the fact instead of taking responsibility. Junior has since spoken to D about it. I spoke to Turner. We just want to see where things are and make sure appropriate parties are aware so it can be handled.
You already spoke to Turner?
Sorry, Peters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, where's he at today? Wait, so... Okay, so Junior, why do you feel he was trying to cover it up? Because this is important, right? I need to understand.
Well, the fact that he didn't call EMS or there was no other officers there, I literally said to the guy at one point, we were arguing back and forth, and I'll be honest, Maxwell, we've argued in the past, right? You know, I can be a bit of a bitch sometimes, like, you know,
Same.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I literally said to him, look, I was thinking his conduct and the way he's treated me is absolutely shit. He was treating me like piece of dirt, if I'm being perfectly honest, and I didn't appreciate it. So I said, you can search me and put me in cuffs, I'll come down to the PD, I want to speak to a different officer because I think your conduct has been absolutely shocking. And he said, I don't think there's any officers free, and he kind of just looked at his phone for a bit. He tried to call, I don't know who he called, but you know, once all that sort of happened, I said, all right, then search me, and then he shot me. And then it was just kind of nothing from there.
Okay. Did he... You said he looked at his phone. Did he actually, like... I know he didn't... Yeah, I can tell certain things he did before and after your phone call, right? Did he... There was a 78's call, and all officers were on that scene. I saw your 911 come in that you were shot, and I asked somebody to go check thought you were being shot at actively, right? Because you just 911 that you were shot. Either way, doesn't matter. Like 7-8 call or not, I still think civilian lives are just as important as officers. So I did want a officer, at least one, to go assist you, and I didn't know you needed the assistance until you were shot. When you 911. So
that's why I called me. That's why I called D, right? Because I knew you guys were busy. She said the 78's call, totally understandable. But I thought, you know, me and D have got a bit of a history, and I know he knows how I can be sometimes, right?
Yes, and D saw that I threw. Yeah, he said he saw my 311 that somebody needed to go check the 78 or check your call because I was worried you were being actively shot at.
Yeah, but like, if I'm being honest, I'm like, this may sound fucking mental, right? But I've been shot a lot, so being, you know, accidentally misfired at, fucking, I don't say it is what it is because it's a big situation, but I just think the guy's attitude just fucking stank, if I'm being honest. And it was pretty
Which is
disgusting.
a big part of it, right? His demeanor. Was he apologetic after he shot you? Did he try to get you help? How did you get out of the jewelry store after that happened?
I mean, he offered me an IFAC, but didn't even say, "Do you want EMS?" Like, I didn't even take the IFAC off him because, if I'm being honest, that's when I called D.
We think he might be a Belena. Because that's what it sounds like. I thought it was a deputy till I pulled his staff profile up.
Yeah, I don't know him too well, but I would. I don't. Oh, yes, Opal.
Can I share my thoughts on everything that's been said?
Yeah.
I think, sure. Was it accidental? Sure, whatever. That still needs to be addressed, and we will address it. I think for his attitude when showing up there, obviously very clearly something we need to speak to him about. As far as do I think he was trying to cover it up, without wanting to disregard anyone's feelings, I respectfully do not believe so. I think he's a PPO. He has just freshly come back from an extended LOA. I think he was probably overwhelmed, and that is then on me as the shift sergeant, because if he's getting overwhelmed by something that he's just done like that, obviously that's not good. So that's something I will have to address with him. That is on me. I do not think that he is malicious in that way, that he would cover up evidence, because that is not how we're taught down in Los Angeles County. I genuinely think the guy was overwhelmed. Does that make it right? The fact that he didn't offer EMS? No, it doesn't. But I don't think he was trying to be malicious about it. And again, this is something that we will chase up with him and we'll take the appropriate action to make sure this never happens to anyone again.
You know what? Perfect. All right. Yeah. I think we're satisfied. All right.
Just for a little bit of extra as well. He could have picked up the evidence, right? And I would never have been able to find it. He could have done that if he wanted.
I'm gonna be real, D. That is probably not the thing you want to say to someone. I could have done worse. I could have done this.
No, what I'm saying is it proves he wasn't trying to hide it, because he didn't try and hide it. Is what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I think it doesn't sound to me like he was like actively trying to cover it up. I can definitely see the concern if it's a possibility due to other departments and their behavior. But, you know, as I mentioned when you guys rolled up, like, and I was telling Junior this earlier, is y'all have been handling things very professionally. Even in cases that, like, even with the Frost thing, you know what I mean? I was shocked when I heard he's going through retraining. Like, you guys have been holding it right. It's a breath of fresh air for folks. Can
I ask a question?
Mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it. I'm sorry. That's the second time I cut you off.
I just want to know from Junior, did you walk away or did you say detain me? I just want to know what happened in that window. When he wanted to detain you, correct? Because he didn't know.
He said he's going to be putting me in cuffs, and I'll be honest.
You were probably upset, right?
I've been taken hostage quite a few times. I've never been put in cuffs, and I thought it was quite disrespectful.
I just want to know, because obviously he came with a bad demeanor, and I understand that, which will be addressed 100%, like Opal said. But what, so what happened from that point? Just that.
So at that point, I said, "Fuck off! You're not putting me in cuffs." and I started walking away, and then he walked after me and said, "Sir, you're being detained."
Okay.
And then from there, it was just a back and forth argument, to be honest. And then it got to the point where I just want to speak to a different officer because he was just being just not very reasonable, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Doesn't make it worse or better. I just wanted to know because I felt like there was two different things happening in statements. And so I just wanted to clarify it.
In future, though, Junior, do not walk away in that situation. They still need to do their job.
I understand that.
Quite frankly, you could have gotten arrested for that, and he would have been within his rights.
But know that you can always come to us and we will deal with it because we're not going to have one officer giving us a bad name because they're having a bad day or whatever the fuck, right? We don't treat people like shit. That's not acceptable, period.
Yep. I think this situation is the perfect example as to why we need these specialized headquarters for instruction, evaluation, simulation tactics, and yard-based drills.
Yep.
If I do say so myself.
I think as soon as BCSO gets wiped in the next week or so, I'm going to be a lot more comfortable doing it because I think if we give you guys those facilities, I don't know what they're planning on there to do with it, you know?
Well, it'll be overseen by us, of course, sir.
Yeah.
But I understand.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Anything else, guys? We let Opal and D figure out what they want to deal with Mr. Slaughter. I'm sure they're obviously more than capable of dealing with it. So
okay.
Did you want to take any further, Junior?
As long as you guys deal with it in
that's your
some way,
call.
I'll be honest. I've calmed down a bit now, and as long as you guys, just chat to him and say, like I said, it sounds mental, but the whole shooting thing, I don't say it is what it is, like I said, but it's just his attitude was just a bit crap, if I'm being honest. That was all it was.
You
came down to
you felt like you were being treated like a criminal when you're actually the only thing keeping businesses active in San Andreas. If
I mean,
well,
I wouldn't
rest
say
assured,
that.
the appropriate corrective measures will be taken.
All right.
Yeah.
Easy. All right.
Yep.
All right. Did y'all get your bonuses yet, by the way?
No. I think the chief was waiting for you to transfer money or something.
Oh, right. Oh, have you guys seen, well, we got a couple minutes here. You want to see my law office?
Yeah.
Sure.
I see that it's fucking beautiful.
Yep. It's right this way.
Right. I need to make a couple of calls, but I really appreciate
Yep.
Sorry, Junior. Sorry that happened to you, dude. Glad we were the ones at least to help deal with it instead of other. Anyway, let's go.
Always know my line's open for stuff like that, Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Well, if you guys want a little bit of tea, Hop Out Helen has a different case against Jay Hobbs right now. That just hit the docket.
Who's Hop Out Helen? What the? Who's that? Who's that?
I've only heard Helen the Felon. I've never heard Hop Out.
Who's that?
High Water.
Oh shit! What you doing?
Crazy. Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a new posting. I was just reading over it this morning. Apparently,
Wait, I'll have to read it.
On the 7th, she heard on the radio, quote unquote, that Jay Hobbs may be doing may have had a weapon and may have punched Quangle. So when she arrived on scene, she gave the order to open fire on Jay Hobbs that was fleeing in the water, did not have a weapon, when found, and they just mag dumped them.
Did Quangle Alpha?
No.
No.
Oh my.
So when I
Yeah.
no, he is.
Yeah.
He is the only person, because he straight up does not mind the high fines and times, and if he gets caught, he's willing to take it. I mean, he's told me this. You know what I mean? So he's not one to just complain. Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, he pled guilty in an interrogation with me the other day to 3 times.
Oh wow, this is beautiful.
This is the place you told me to breach the other day. Okay.
Wait, you were. Wait, how do you not remember this?
Oh, I didn't know this was your law office. I do remember, but I thought it was the clown's place. I
Jesus.
don't know what the fuck it was.
No,
How
no,
do I
no.
know?
It's beautiful. What's
Yeah.
This? What's this over here? What's this though?
Oh, I'm trying to find a way to put a container behind the bookshelf so that you can go to the bookshelf and put books in it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I see.
instead, I'm working with this interior decorator named Elikai and see if we can make bookshelves something you can put books in. You know what I mean? Just think about all the books we get on a daily basis. It'd be cool to like collect them. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, dang! Oh my god!
It's a real fireplace, D.
Oh my
What do you think it
God.
was?
I'm sorry. I thought it was one of those. You know.
Oh my god, damn!
That. Holy fuck.
Holy
That fireplace is beautiful though, Nino. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I am very. I don't get jealous very easy, Nino, but this is beautiful.
It's fire, right? And then this is the regular.
Yeah, it's fire, funny.
There we go. Oh, and the reason I got this place is because, back when I was surveying Nakota, I used to go on the
Surveying
yacht over
Nakota.
here with my niece, or not yacht, but fish over here with my niece. So now when he comes down, I'll just say, "Get the fuck out of my lake."
Damn.
So yeah,
This proper gives Emperor Chavez vibes. It's lovely.
yeah, it's nice. Yep.
I like the high ceilings more than anything, you know.
This was supposed to be where you were retiring to, Nino.
Yep. It's with my legislative office. So.
You know you're never gonna get to retire, right, Nino?
Yeah.
I mean, I will. I only got,
He said I will.
2 months and 3 weeks.
Then I'll believe it when I believe it now. Just like I'll believe that, we'll believe it when we see it.
DOJ, people just need to learn. Do not aggro me a week before elections. You know what I mean?
Period.
Like, when you're like, haha, I'm going to, like, destabilize the government and roll everything back. I mean, what better way to make me rerun?
Is it true they have a $9 million plane?
I am aware there is no 9... I'll take a look. These guys are idiots. I'm glad Chris